EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Three-yard line.
For Nick Chubb, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard.
Now Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On second down, Mariota again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And now it's third down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's good.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
incomplete.
He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Play fake. Mariota. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, Mariota. Looking for Chark again. This time he's got him. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Mariota to throw it. Steps away to his left. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
He was taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Mayfield to throw it. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off at the 46. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he spun the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be cool.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Grant Delpit, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw is Mariota. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete to Nick Chubb.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 13. Browns nothing.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On third down, Mayfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Coming to you. Mike 46. Touchdown, defense. Hey, check Mike 46. No,
From the shotgun, it's Mariota looking for Campbell downfield. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Paris Campbell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, this is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. For Kareem Hunt, and he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charlie, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Josh Lambo lining up.
A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the route is on here in this first half. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Kareem Hunt, 77 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 49 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mariota now. Quick throw out wide from Mariota. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Mariota. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Jaguars 34, Browns 7.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this? Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big run by Kareem Hunt. 62 yards on the ground.
The Browns first down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
To Kareem Hunt.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Second down and goal. Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns get a score closer.
The kick is good.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
5-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
The kick is
and he knocks it through.
Makes the score Jaguars 41, Browns 21. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. sliding out of the pocket. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go, Mike 50.
Mariota on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
For Paris Campbell, incomplete. Brings up second.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check one. 50's the Mike. 50.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Boswell set to kick off.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And this carries into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Defense wins championships, baby. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Now Mariota looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action now, Mariota. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. He's got a man, complete. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He was 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Jaguars 48, Browns 21.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Browns drive about to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Third and long for Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run it and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Guys, game situation. Let's go. Football's the mic.
From the gun, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
To Nick Chubb.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Browns.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is Hunt on the draw play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
At the 49-yard line.
They run. Chubb. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
The tackle made.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Marcus Mariota, nobody's going to catch him. 30,
Bring it the second spring.
Past the 20, 10. Also on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He's going to run again. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
He's tackled.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Blitz, watch the blitz. 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Double dog, that's the way.
One.
Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
One.
Banjo.
From the gun, Mariota. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
50-yard line.
Mariota on the keeper. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mariota. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom, he took advantage of it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
3-yard line.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, It makes him susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Mike, 51. Mike, 51.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jags, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thank you.